Around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
They go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. After the run, Newton going to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And, oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Dixon. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second. And, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion. Now, last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak. But if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was because, let's be honest about it, losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you're in the Super Bowl. You're playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. In the red zone this time. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Newton to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to loft one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make
Now it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
on plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to loft one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. Newton on 1st down. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Newton on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Brooks Reed able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. A swing pass caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Russell Shepard in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Andre Roberts now to return it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy. of the 30-yard line. They start the third quarter on the ground with Stewart. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They will go for it. Now Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before? And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Schaub. Looking sideline, incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Now they go screen, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give them 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Looking for Shepard deep. And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models, this is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got lots on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn off. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I'm just a so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm in the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it, I ain't famous like I He asked if she broke up with Diddy yet. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys like boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her, so, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa, I said, what you mean?
You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap gods like Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rose still. And Barbara Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad as bad gon' get. What you mean?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the two men who topped the sack leaderboards in the last 2 years. It's 2015 champ J.J. Watt and 2016 champ Vic Beasley.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Lamar Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Watson. Now he's forced out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brooks Reed able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Kamal Ishmael. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Covington. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there, wasn't it?
And oh, it'll be intercepted. picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Charles, let's step into a conversation about the Houston in 2017 as their offense comes back onto the field here. But just 1-9 in their last 10 games, finished 4-12. You and I know, though, injuries really ravaged this team.
Absolutely destroyed this team. And look, we focus on Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and rightly so. He was probably going to be the rookie of the year. But when it started for injuries, it was defense. J.J. Watt, perennial all-pro, goes out early. Whitney Merciless, double-digit sack guy out. Brian Cushing, starting linebacker, out. When you start totaling up the injuries they had through the year, it's almost amazing that they made it through the entire season able to play the schedule. So that's what you're looking at with the Texans, who have been a defense-first team. If they can get everyone back
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They toss to Freeman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now he's flushed out right. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete.
I better raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 27 yards that time. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. Now it's Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on fourth down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. To the air yet again, Watson. Flushed out right, and he fires one incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller, and it's third down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, Watson. The catch made by Miller. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Give him 27 yards that time. And the Texans are going to have a first. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Here's Ryan. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, there's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he works free. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Going deep for Hopkins. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Here's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claymore in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Here's Watson now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. 2nd and 5. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw on 2nd is Watson, setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Freeman. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group just behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, they're hoping the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, here's Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 44 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A little 360.
Oh,
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, Ryan on the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DJ Reader in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. This is Miller, and he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Watson now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Going for it, and this is the fullback Crouch. It's a pickup of 3 that time, and that'll be good for a Houston first.
4th and 1. This is what fullbacks live for. They're always the guys with all the marks on their helmets because they love sticking their heads in there to fight for the tough yards. And he gets the tough yards here to give his guys a 1st down.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Falcons grab it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Freeman. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 22-yard scamper. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adrian Claiborne in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Going up top for Miller. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
On second down, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, it's Coleman, and he's got some space here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
This is Freeman, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Now it's Freeman. They find some open field here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And he'll give it here to his running back. And Freeman lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Flushed out right. On the right side, this is Miller. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he steps away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Braxton Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning away. And now running right through it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A pickup of 11 at a Texans 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play call, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Now Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Defense showing blitz. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 43 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead is up to 14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brooks Reed in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Texans on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Watson. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brooks Reed getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go!
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Adrian Claiborne able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. As they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run it. Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
Under pressure, they got him again. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last throw here for Watson. And he's going to go down again. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.